Hello, everyone. It is my last stream from being on the go because I have some updates for you. I'll tell you that all in a second. I am getting my questions thread up and running for you guys. It is live AMA. I am still traveling, as you can see. Sorry, I have things going in the background because I'm a pro. Um, hello, Love Audio. I see you in the house. Hello, Anar. Martin, have a great show. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you're sticking around. Hello, Marco. Good to see you. Russell in the house. If you are here, check in. Let me know where you are watching from. Lol. Just saw you yesterday in our coaching call. Jennifer, good to see all of you. Boris, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hopefully I am. All right, you guys, here's the deal. I'm going to give you an update just real quick, but before I do, go ahead and get your questions in the queue. So if you have questions about video creation, if you have questions about live streaming production, and also I want you to tell me how my AirPods are working today. I made an adjustment based on last week's feedback. So I'm hoping that things sound a little better, at least, because I am in the same exact location. So let me know how they're sounding this week. But go ahead and get your questions. If you have questions about video, about live streaming, about Zoom productions, anything on that, very fantastic. Go ahead and put a Q in front of your question. I know that I saw a lot. Okay, fantastic. Audio is better. Love, love, love. All right. So I saw, of course, Dave always comes in with the combative, the combating thought process there. I'm going to try not to shake the table. Calm down, little one. Calm down. Abby is beside me down there. I can pull her up at any time if you guys want to see her. But put those questions in the form of a question. Put a Q in front of the question so that it makes its way into my queue. So today is my last on the go stream. It doesn't mean that I will have a studio next week, but it does mean that I am heading out into a new place today. I've found a wonderful new home coming out from Washington. And you will find out tomorrow on my socials where I have wound up. I'm not going to tell you today. You're going to have to go find me on social. We can drop those links if you're not following me already. But you will find out where I have chosen to live and a bit of why, some of why. Tomorrow on socials. So make sure you're following and now's the time for questions. Any tech questions you got? Any? I know. Yes, you will find out tomorrow. I know you. I think you said that before I said that. So you'll find out the new location tomorrow. And I appreciate. I just had proper northern fish and chips with. I'm sorry. I know this isn't about tech or live streaming, but what? Huh? I've never heard of fish and chips with gravy. What is this? Please tell me. I know the table is. It's my Italianness. It's my Italianness causing problems. All right. So we have our first question. You'll have to wait and see on social. You'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Media. Wonder if Callie went first to scout the new location. It's a good thought. You'll have to wait and see. You guys call me the queen of the teas. So I'm just leaning into it. I'm just leaning right on into it. Martin, are you from Florida or are you guessing that I wound up in Florida? I know, that's what I said. What is fish and chips with gravy? I've never even heard of this. It's a Northern English thing. Paul Dixon, why have you never told me about this? I feel like maybe if you have, I apologize because I've screwed up and forgotten that entirely, but that doesn't sound like something I would forget. Is it white gravy? I'm guessing in England it's like a dark. gray gravy or like a brown gravy. I mean, not gray gravy. I don't know what gray gravy would be made out of, but there you go. Melt in Florida? I've lived in Florida before. I didn't melt. I did not melt. Okay, okay. Um, all the guesses, good guesses. That's what I thought. Um, Martin, great question. How did I get my AirPods to work? So last week, if you weren't live with us, everybody was saying they sounded kind of like far. So I was on a Zoom call with my coaching group, the Entrepreneurs Video Club, yesterday, and the noise cancellation of the AirPods were actually competing with like Zoom's noise cancellation. So I tried going transparent in this environment and I increased the volume. So that's what I did. It seems to be working really, really well today. So that's great. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. We've got questions already coming through. I did sound underwater yesterday, and also I think a little bit last week as well. So, all right, let's get to the questions. Laura says, I'm using a Sony AZV, but I think you mean ZVE. Let me know if you're saying that correctly. With the lens that came with it, and I can't figure out how to configure it so that it looks good. Okay, so when you use, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background on those lenses that come with the camera, just so you understand kind of why it's not getting the look that you want. So when you buy what's called a kit lens, and that is when you buy the camera body with the lens, and that usually says something like 13 to 50 millimeter. That's the lens that you're getting, meaning it can zoom in and out between different lens focuses, lengths. And so there's those lenses aren't necessarily the best of the best quality. They use them in a bundle when you purchase the camera because they can get lower quality glass, the lens itself, the glass, um, to put with that so that you're not spending an absorbent amount. It's good enough for a lot of people. In our studio environment, however, there's a lot of benefit to upgrading your lens. This is why I actually recommend that you buy the body itself alone, and then you purchase a lens separately. That way, you can get the best quality glass and also the lowest what's called aperture. And all that means, if you don't need to know the terminology, all you need to know is that you can get a lens that actually gives you more bokeh effect, the blurred background. This is not blurred background. This is what you would see more with one of those kit lenses. So if the look that if you're saying I can't figure out how to configure it that it looks good, you may be looking for that like blurred background, that higher quality look, and you can get that with a proper, better quality lens. So we have recommendations if you go to livestreamingpros.com/gear. I tell you exactly what to buy. If you have not gone there, livestreamingpros.com/gear, that might be a great place to start. Now, the other thing that I want you to do is you get your settings correct. So, Laura, we have a video on this channel where I go in depth, literally step by step, about what settings to place your Sony ZV-E10 at. Now, those settings can be minutely adjusted or things like that, but that'll give you a good baseline. In my Bold video program, where I teach you exactly how to get a simple yet professional video setup, I literally walk you through all of the lighting, because lighting can affect the lens and what you're seeing in the camera. So I walk you through the camera settings more in depth than even the YouTube channel video does. I walk you through the lighting, I walk you through the camera placement, all of that, so that you don't have to worry or understand anything. It just gets the job done and it looks fantastic. So that is another option for you if you want to dive deeper and have me literally walk you through every single thing. Laura says, I've watched it and think it must be the lens. It can be with a kit lens, with a lower quality lens. That can actually affect the visual of what you are getting. And so I'm not sure exactly what you're hoping or what you're getting. In our Entrepreneurs Video Club, that is something that is a resource to you to be able to come in and say, hey, like, this is what my video looks like. I don't know why it looks like crap. Help me fix it. So that way, because in this stream, right, like I can't see what you're showing me, but I do that on a regular basis inside of our community. If that's an option that you need some support in a group environment with other like-minded people. All right, so let's see. Um, all right, next question. Oh, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, here's the reason that I do the trainings that I do and the reason that I do the videos the way I do them. Because I don't believe you need to understand all of the technical things. Like, you have a busy life, you have a full brain, you have priorities in your world that you need to get done. You have a business you're running, and I just screwed up my hair. Um, um, I want you to be able to focus on all of that without downloading a whole bunch of information that really doesn't matter. My goal for you is always, always, always to give you the information you need at the level that you need it, and not over explain, not under explain, right? And just make sure that you have the tools at your tools in your tool belt, I guess, if we're going with that that theme. Oh, thank you, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, hopefully you'll come back. So tomorrow again, thank you for being here so late. I really appreciate you. Um, so tomorrow again, you guys are going to get more if you joined late. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. You will find out where I landed um, after my move. This is the last on the go stream. And then I will be slowly setting up my brand new studio. And I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited to take you on the journey of that. So next Tuesday, you'll get kind of a behind the scenes look at where I am, what I'm doing. But tomorrow on my social platforms, you will find out where I landed and a bit of the why. All right, next question. Wait, hold on. Before we get to the next question, 3 mini emails with you have inspired me to start my channel going live. I'm the one that told you stuttering issues, but I'm going to go ahead and go live anyway tomorrow. Congratulations. I love, love, love the imperfect action. That is fantastic. Let us come back. Come back next Tuesday and let us know what happened. How did it go? What things did you run into? Would love, love, love to hear that. Okay. I am so far behind on comments. I'm just scrolling as, oh, yes, you are very welcome, Mia. You guys are freaking awesome. I love this community. This is, I say it and I will say it always, this is the best freaking community on the internet. Thank you for being here. Mike's Weather says, what are the rules on playing copyright clips? Great question. I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to that question. This comment cracked me up. Oh, that's hilarious. I would love a long country walk with a pub lunch and a pint. I don't drink beer, but maybe something else. But, when you're in Rome, London, UK, Europe, I'm just teasing. All right. So the question is rules on playing copyright clips. So when it comes to copyright, um, don't. Okay. The safest answer, a pint of wine. There you go. We'll go with that. The safest answer when it comes to copyright is just don't. That is the safest way to go. It is illegal to play copyright music, video, anything. It is illegal to take something that somebody else owns it is illegal to come in my house and take what I own, right? Like, I mean, it's just illegal. So that's why copyright on videos and live streams is a really difficult, uncomfortable situation. So let me dive in a little deeper to that. Um, I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by the comments. You guys are hilarious. So, actually, actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to. Anyway, okay. I'm going to come back to it. So if you have questions, please put a Q in front of the question so it makes its way into my queue. So getting back to the copyright discussion. So the safest answer, don't. The nuanced answer is they really play off of fair use. And fair use is a wishy-washy rule that you can use to play copyright. Let's say you're doing commentary on a movie or commentary on another streamer's video. You technically have the right to use a certain length of that as long as you're providing additional value to the clip. And so commentary is the most used option for this, right? The problem is, this is the reason why it's the safest answer to just don't. The problem is, even though you have the legal right to use fair use as a copyright defense, copyright use defense, you have to defend it. So anybody, it doesn't mean that you can just, so let me back up. It does not mean the fact that fair use exists does not mean that you can just use people's clips, people's videos, people's music without permission. It means that when they claim it and they say, hey, this is mine, my property, and so they put a claim on your video for using it, then you have to defend it using fair use. That's the reason why it's safer to just don't. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. If you want to go through that process, you can. Some channels base their entire channel and existence on that process, but they spend a lot of time pushing those buttons and defending themselves. And you also will lose out on monetization if there is a claim until that's disputed and won in your favor, which it may not be. So hopefully that helps. Okay, good. Mike's Weather says that makes sense. And then, yeah, that's kind of the reality check of copyright music and copyright clips. Now, when it comes to music, I would highly suggest just signing up to Epidemic Sound or any number of services that you can use. We have a free trial link. It's an affiliate link, but I use and love Epidemic Sound. They have songs that I will literally just put on my playlists and listen to in the house. So I love that. But you can use that. You can pay a license to just use any number of songs from their library. Now, that being said, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram all have songs that you can use for free that are in their own library, but you cannot cross-platform those. So beware. Okay, that's a lot of download of information on fair use and copyright, but I see this come up a lot, and people get so upset that they're getting claimed for things, but that's why you get claimed, and then yeah. So a clip from YouTube page is automatic copyrighted. Some, this is also nuanced. Some are automated because they have a system. So there's a level of ownership that people like. Let's say you're using a Marvel clip or a Disney clip. There's a level of ownership because those companies are massive, right? They are part of a content ID system that exists on YouTube platform that automates that. If you're using, let's say, an unknown artist or an unknown, maybe not unknown, that's too harsh, a lower known that doesn't have access to the copyright to the content ID system to automate that, then they have to manually do that. But they can set up triggers to see what's being used out there, just like Google Alerts or any number of systems, that they can become aware of your usage of it and then manually do that. So there are two parts to that answer. All right. Okay. Next question. Um, I'm just scrolling. Okay. Grim says, "Hi, Grim. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here today. I'm so excited to be out of travel mode. I can't even describe how excited I am to get out of because I have this whole summer, I have been on the go. As you've seen, I've been traveling constantly, just go, 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 go. I've been packing up my house, moving, on the go, after moving, and it's just been insane. And I'm not clear yet totally, but I am getting one step further. All right. Um, so Graham says, do you record in some kind of log format, then color correct after, or do you try to get the desired image direct in the camera? I am lazy enough to not do that. that's the that's the blunt answer. So I do most of my stuff. I wish. I mean, if I could make this my background for all time, I would be a happy girl. I would make some adjustments for sure, but it's a pretty cool background. Anyway, um, so the I am lazy because I do everything live to drive for the most part. What that means is I open up Ecamm, I record the way I want it to look, and then I do my camera switches, right? That's the way I do live. I do some recorded content that way. But then my recorded content that does go into editing, we do minimal post processing. We just do editing. And Paul Dixon can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe he's doing any color correction on his end. But uh, that's, I don't want to spend time doing that. I am purely, if I was doing a documentary or if I was doing some kind of bigger deal, then I would. I know a ton of creators who do care enough to do that. I just don't want to spend my time, money, or effort on those processes. So my preference is to use the camera, get a great lens, light it right, make any adjustments in software that I need to, and then get going and just be done with it, right? Well, I don't edit. We edit as a channel and property company, but I don't. Okay, Paul makes very minor adjustments when he edits some of our videos. There you go. A piano bar. I love piano bars. Do y'all remember old schoolers? Do y'all remember Jeff Smith and all of the fun live piano dueling piano streams that we were doing? You guys are hilarious. All right, next question. Ramirez, how do you add comments? I use vMix, but I love your style. So I use Ecamm, but vMix has the same capabilities. So you can go into vMix and edit the style, the colors, the look and feel of your comment box and the fonts. Um, and if you want a vMix tutorial and training, I partner with your tech coach, who is one of our moderators here and one of my team members, but she does um, detailed vMix training. And so we can drop a link to her training that I'm a partner of just because it makes sense. Because I don't use vMix on a daily. So I partnered with her to do that. So you can get that training, and Kathleen can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that training does go into comment selection, pushing those comments out on vMix as well. Yes, Richard is an old schooler. There you go, dig the code. That was such a fun video. Oh my God. So many Jeff memories. Oh, yes. Okay, y'all, get this. Okay, I want guesses. Guesses as to, I said it last week, so if you were paying attention, you would know what camera I'm using right now. Tell me what your guess is at what camera I am using right here in a hotel. And yes, my tech coach equals legend. It does offer those specific trainings. So you can grab that. Okay. Oh, yes. Paul Dixon also says we have a comment template that you can just edit or use straight out of the box right here. So you can follow that link and get a VMix comment template so that it looks great. Okay, let's see. Okay, we've got Ozbot Tiny 2. We've got iPhone as a suggestion or a guess. Marco says Sony, and Sammy is the winner. The MacBook Pro webcam. That is all I am using today. Is the MacBook Pro webcam because I don't have the I mean I could, but I'm literally in amongst a whole bunch of people. As you can see, people are walking around me. I didn't really want to like set up a whole big ordeal here. This is purely just the MacBook Pro webcam straight out of the box. This is why I say, y'all, don't let anything hold you back. Like, this is good enough. Remember when I had Blue on the show and we were talking about virtual events and we were talking about what it actually takes to get started? Like, you literally do not have to buy the fancy gear. Now, the fancy gear helps a ton because I am using, you are absolutely right, Matt. I am using window lighting right now. As the sun changes, as clouds come, whatever, that will change, adjust, and it could go bad at any moment, right? So if I'm doing something really important, like recording a YouTube video, I don't want to rely on that camera and window lighting. But I'm traveling. I'm in a really raw space, and I'm using freaking AirPods as my mic. Like, that's right. Yes, I want you to have the pro setup that puts your instant credibility forward. That's what I teach in the Bold Video Bundle. I tell you everything you need to know, and I show you exactly how to set it up. So that is an option for you. But don't let it stop you. Don't let anything stop you. If you're traveling and you're like, oh, well, I can't go live, stay on schedule like I have been doing and just use a freaking MacBook camera. It's okay. It works. It's great, actually. They have done a lot in the newer MacBooks to, no, it is not an Intel. No, this is an M2. Let me just check. I have a bazillion different computers. It's an M1. I need an upgrade. I need an upgrade. Stat. This is an M1 Max. So no, it's not an Intel MacBook. Okay. Both, both. Okay. Yes. Tiny home gaming. Love this. I used to make excuses that, oh, I need this before I start. And I finally just did it. Now I upgrade my gear as needed. A massive high five to you, Tiny House Gaming. What is your name, by the way? Let me know. Commodore 64. Great streaming computer. Yeah. Sound really is better this week. So here we go. Okay. Morning in Hyde Park. Okay. Get your questions. I'm behind on questions. I'm going to power through here. Um, as you, nope. M1 for the win. I still have the M1 Mac Mini. So I have the M1 laptop up. Apparently, I thought it was an M2. I haven't upgraded in a while. My studio, my Mac studio that I use as my main studio machine, my main video studio machine. I hate that they called it studio because now I have to like clarify what I'm talking about. Um, that is an M2, but they don't have an M3 or 4 version of the studio. I'm hoping that that one gets an upgrade soon. But the anyway, like I don't have any M3s or any M4s, and all my productions are doing well, right? So I want you to remember that. That's what I was talking about 2 weeks ago when I was giving you my recommendations on whether you should. Okay, Grim, Did you watch? I don't think you were on that stream. I can't remember. But did you watch the stream from 2 weeks ago when I was the final stream from my old location, my old studio? Watch that because I walked you through. Should you buy? Should you upgrade? Should you not? Um, I don't think so. I think that's an M2. I think it's the Mac Mini that's an M1. But once I get unpacked, I will verify that. We will. Oh, good. Yay. By the way, oh my God. Oh my God. Um, y'all, team, I didn't send you this link, but I emailed it out. And can you grab that link to the M4 Mac Mini giveaway? Because if you haven't decided if you wanted to upgrade yet, if you haven't upgraded yet, you might want to participate in the Ecamm giveaway that I'm partnering with them on. We are including some freebies. They're also giving away a M4 Mac Mini, so pretty sweet deal. Okay, next question. You know what? That is an unknown at this point. I have to kind of sit with the space. Um, and today's really the first day that I'm going to have time in the new space to evaluate, to start looking at it, thinking about it. I've got a lot of decisions to make in that location. And again, you guys will find out where I moved and a bit of the reason why tomorrow on social, but it's going to be a process. I have some interesting things to think through in this space. So I will be including you guys in the build out process. I don't know how many I will do. I have a lot to think about. And so I'm really excited about this process. Super, super excited. Um, Yes. Secret code on the ENN on Ecamm's channel to get the secret code for another entry. I believe that gives you 10 extra points. 10 extra points. Back to your questions. Ramirez. I already answered. Oh, wait. Ramirez asked another question. Should I buy an additional software for the comments? Ramirez, hopefully you got the answer to that. We've got the template on our store. You've got the capability to edit that yourself in vMix, and your tech coach's training that we're a partner of actually, and so I recommend it. That's what that means. If I'm a partner of something, I highly recommend it. And so that training will walk you through exactly how to do that. So you have got two options. You do not need to buy additional software for editing that in vMix. Bill, sent your, oh, yeah, I answered that. Answered that too. Okay. Yes. I am too. We shall see. Thank you, Paul, for posting that link. That's funny. I'm not even looking behind me to see what that is. All right. So if super chat, I don't. I'm so sorry. I did not put my. So okay, okay. Two things. My brain is like going nuts. Marcus, thank you so much for the super chat. I mean, it's for Callie, but thank you on behalf of Callie. There you go. She says thank you. I don't have my super chat alerts on. This is like my MacBook Pro setup is so raw and so undone. That being said, one of the things that as I get my machines unpacked and all the cameras unpacked and all of the things and start setting up a new studio, one of the biggest projects that I have in store is to completely redo my Ecamm software. It is a freaking mess. Like, you guys know, if you change things often, it just like, because Paul Dixon, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, who creates all of the graphics in our template and graphics store, um, like he'll create something new, send it my way. I open it up to test it and do things. And then like I've got all of these different profiles and all of these different assets and everything going crazy. And I don't delete the old because I think I'm I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to like assets and things. Like, what if I need it one day? Which I could just download it off of Google Drive, I'm sure, and get access to it again. But I'm gonna have to like delete. I'm gonna have to like start from scratch, build it all up, and make it better because it was just getting to be a complete mess. No, it didn't. It did start to die after a while. So, maybe a new Christmas tree. We'll have to see. I have no idea if I'm going to do a Christmas tree or not this year. I can dance up. Oh. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey, come here. Oh, I'm giving them a preview of what I have. Okay. How about an Abby super chat alert? How about an Abby super chat alert? Oh, she's like, what? I was just sleeping. I was sleeping. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Dave wants me to do a Christmas tree. Who else wants me to do a Christmas tree? I never do. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but I am going to. I am committed. I am definitely committed to starting from scratch and making sure that it really, really looks great. There you go, Marcus. Dance live alert and Abby live alert. Um, whoa, laptop and a lap dog. My teeth cracked me up. Yes, that is so true. Okay, Marco wants a tree. All this moving around. How am I supposed to send y'all stuff? Um. Oh, that's a good. That I'm. I will get that set up. Didn't even think about. Yeah, I'll have to change that out. Get that set up. For you guys. Super chat. Another super chat for Abby alert. Abby alert. Mm. She's handling all of this incredibly well. I just have to say, this is the best everything. Best everything. She is doing really, really well. Oh, is there a poll coming? Is there a poll coming? Okay, Hyde Park. Looks like Abby's doing. I mean, Abby. I just called Callie Abby. Abby's doing. I'm did it again. I've got my mind elsewhere. You know, when you get a new place, you're like having to set up utilities and like internet and all of that, and that's what my brain has been focused on like for 2 days straight, just trying to get all of the things done, which is annoying. um oh my god, Richard, yes, that was awesome. Somebody recently said something like um not negative, but kind of like I took it as negative, um about like the fireplaces, like how like there are YouTube channels of fireplaces, and I was like, but I used to do that. I was one of the first people to do that. um, Grammy, you're cracking me up. Yes, for sure. Oh, that'll go well. That will definitely go well. Okay, we had a question. Okay, I will get a place for packages. You guys will be able to send stuff to Abby or me or Callie or anybody else. Um, if you want to, I will update that on our email list and website this week. I can commit to this week. Okay. Um, okay. Everybody wants me to have, I don't know about a huge Christmas tree. I'm not sure I have that in me. Oh my God. Ooh. I like, yes. Paul Dixon. Yes. Okay, we can totally do that. Oh, you still have the Yule log video? Amazing. It's in one of those firelight log videos the other night. It was a perfect thing to have in the background for reading a book. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. I bet you equals something smiled. Something. Okay, the question. I'm sorry. I got distracted by Christmas apparently, and it's. I guess we're getting close to being time. Um, what recommendations do you have on a capture card? Um, depends. Are y'all tired of me saying it depends yet? But it really does. So a basic capture card, the Camlink 4K, is totally acceptable. Um, if you're looking like, so my, if I were putting a little bit more effort into my travel setup, which I planned to, Didn't quite work out. Um, I did bring along with me the Rode Streamer X, which is a capture card, an XLR, and like four little sound pads. That is a great little portable, device that serves as a capture card. So that's an option. Um, I don't think I've tried this one. I've tried AverMedia. I do I had one AverMedia in my studio, my old studio. And I'll decide whether I'm going to keep using that one. I don't think it was the BU113, so I'll check that out. But that's an option. And I am, right? Um, so uh, um, if you need the capability, so I like um, the Rode. What are the newer, the bigger blocks one? Like the other, sorry, the Elgato X's. I'm blanking on the name of them. The ones that I primarily use that has the output for some. It's on our website. Um, that you have the output for like a gaming setup for to display what's going on. If you're using like that, um, I don't use that secondary output, but I do use that capture card, the Rode X. Yes, there you go. We have a video on this. Um, okay, next question. Um, the poll results. Should Luria have a Christmas tree? Yes, 88%. Ner, 11%. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, I can't ignore my community, so I guess I have to have a Christmas tree. So I guess stay tuned. I guess stay tuned. Okay, thank you, French press. Um, so Aries, the A10 Mini is a great capture card for certain specific types of use cases, not all. And I have a video, Aries, you should actually watch this video if you're considering it. I walk through software versus hardware and what the pros and cons are. But you can watch the full video that will like dive deep. But um, um, but the kind of general thing is if you want like full control over easier control over all of your assets, you want really super custom control over the design elements in your streams, then software is the way to go. Ecamm or vmix. If you have a low powered machine and it cannot handle multiple inputs, multiple cameras, then the ATEM will reduce the load on your computer, making it possible. But it only comes into software as a single source, so you can't use multiple cameras on on screen at the same time. So those are kind of some things to think about. Um, okay. So a couple of questions from Aries. Does Camlink 4K work in Linux? I am not a Linux expert. Looks like Paul did some research. Doesn't sound like it works out of the box. You might need to research it. We in this community are not really like Linux focused. So you might want to ask, you might want to research it. I do think I've heard that it doesn't work on Linux, but I'm not super positive about that. Linus Tech Tips absolutely would probably have the answer to that if you want to watch one of his streams and ask that question if you can't find the answer to it. I like to always send you to a resource if possible, if I know one. Okay, the other question, Lee's Boring Life. So I have not. Um, I choose so I get asked to review all of the products on the market. Can I review all of the products? No. Um, that specific product, I'm not a fan of their business practices. Um, and so I choose not to review them because I want to do business with and support companies that I really, really love and that that have, positive community intention. So that's my answer to that. Um, all right. Hopefully that all helps with that. Like I said, if you are not paying attention to social tomorrow, you'll miss out on some of my updates. Next Tuesday, I will be live from the new location. It will not be a built studio, I promise you that. I have to wait for certain things to come to me before um, I can unpack my entire studio, but I do have some things with me. So we'll see what Tuesday brings us with our live streams. But look for a fun project, a community project. You're going to help me build this out. And I'm going to take you along the journey. And like I said, with the new studio, um, I definitely have a lot of things to think about, which is also the same for you. So as you're building out your next studio, or if you're wanting to do some improvements, I will be recording and walking you through some of the decision making processes that I'm going through, that I go through with every studio I and I've built so many over the last 19 years. So sounds like fun. I know. I do too. I do too. All right, you guys, I am going to run. It is time for me to get this baby into her new space. Thank you so much. Hi, baby girl. Thank you so much for hanging with me through this journey. We're almost there. We're almost there together. All right, you guys, rock. Best community on the internet. And I am going to have to now go source a Christmas tree, apparently, according to this poll. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And don't forget to enter the Ecamm giveaway that we are partnered on, because you're going to get some stuff from us. And we have some additional Black Friday stuff coming your way. So pay attention. Pay attention. All right. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye. Mwah. Say bye, Abs.